Hey friends, if you were with me last week, you know that I gave a shout out to somebody for a very special birthday at the end of the video. I'm going to do the same thing this week. So if you know somebody named Kate who recently had a birthday or has a birthday coming up at the end of this video, I'm going to say a very special birthday to Kate. You can tell them that you asked me to do it and earn some bonus points because that's how good of a friend I am to you. Welcome, I'm the comics teacher. Hello friends, happy Friday. Thank you for joining me. I'm the comics teacher today. I got some great reviews coming for you, for yourself and for your classroom, kicking off the school year. I am going to first start though by telling you that I'm getting pretty close to 100 subscribers on YouTube. I think I'm about 24 away. So what I'm going to do, and this is kind of silly, but I kind of want to try this and it'll be fun for you to watch, I think, is I recently got a pack of hot sauces from Hot Ones from the show Hot Ones, right? So I have the classic hot sauce, which is their first sauce. I got Los Calientes, which is the middle one, and then the last dab, which is the hottest sauce on the show. When I reach 100 subscribers on YouTube, I am going to, on camera, eat a cauliflower wing, because I am a vegetarian, for those of you that did not know, tossed in the last dab, and eat that on camera for my pain and your enjoyment on camera. I mean, I like hot foods, but I think this is going to be a little bit crazy and out there, so I'm willing to do that once I get 100 subscribers to celebrate, put myself through a little bit of pain. All right, the first comic graphic novel I am going to talk about today is a wonderful piece of horror that is not for your classroom. This is not for kids. It is Hell House, which was originally a short story, a novella written by Richard Matheson, who is the one of Stephen King's mentors, right? A guy that Stephen King looked to kind of create and find inspiration from, the genius behind the classic tale I Am Legend, which is not just the movie with Will Smith. It is a fantastic novella. So if you get a chance to read that, go ahead. But this Hell House, this black and white, pretty epic OG haunted house sort of tale, was adapted by Ian Edginton and Simon Fraser. It was released by IDW Comics. If you are a fan of horror and you are not going to bring this book into your classroom, go ahead and pick up Hell House by Richard Matheson, originally written by Richard Matheson from IDW Comics. The second one that I'm going to give you today is another one that's for you today, and that is going to be Paper Girls. So I recommended this book to a few people recently, and they liked it a lot. So I kind of wanted to tell you about it if you don't know about Paper Girls. It was an Image comic book that ended relatively recently at 30 issues. All of the trades are out, so you can go ahead and get all the trades if you want to check this story out. It was recently also picked up for a television show. So Paper Girls is going to be a TV show. I often recommend this to fans of Stranger Things. It's set in a lot of different time periods, but it kind of starts in the mid-'80s about a group of girls who deliver newspapers in the morning and run into some aliens and the craziness that kind of ensues from there. It is a really intriguing, very well paced, beautifully drawn and colored book. I don't want to spoil too much here, but the colors are really neat. I think this book is a winner. Okay, this is Brian K. Vaughn. Brian K. Vaughn has written some amazing comics, so you need to check out Paper Girls if you are a fan of Stranger Things and kind of like that sort of 80s vibe with a bunch of teenagers getting into some nonsense with some aliens and monsters. All right, Paper Girls, Image Comics. The one for your classroom today, I'm going to go back to Gareth Hinds. I talked about Gareth Hinds earlier in my YouTube channel. Gareth Hinds puts out some ridiculous books for your classroom. This is a tale of Edgar Allan Poe short stories that he adapted. There are 7 classic Poe tales in this book that I believe was published by, I want to say, Candlewick Press. Candlewick has done, it is Candlewick Press. Candlewick Press does a lot of Gareth's books, if not all. I'm not 100% sure on that, but this is a great book for your classroom if you just want to do 1 tale or 7 tales, however many you want to do. This book is one of the good classic adaptations of literature into comics and graphic novels. That is Poe, 7 Classic Tales by Gareth Hinds, published by Candlewick Press. The nonfiction book today I am going to bring you is published by FirstSecond Books. It is Box Brown's Tetris, The Games People Play. If you are not a stranger to comics in the classroom and nonfiction in the classroom, you know Box Brown has put out some really powerful, moving, well done nonfiction books. And this one is no different. Monochromatic yellow going on in this book. Box Brown lays out the history of the video game Tetris. The guys who invented it, where they invented it, how they tried to get it out there, the legal battle between the game, who owned the rights, who gets paid for this game. This is a really interesting tale, true tale about the history of one of the most beloved video games of all time. I keep this one in my classroom, and any kids who are kind of interested in video gaming, who are like, I want something a little bit more challenging to read. Not that this is challenging, but it is dense. There is a lot of facts in this book. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of big timeline. There's a lot of discussion of money and finances. It's deep, but if you are interested in history and video games, you can't beat it. Box Brown's Tetris, The Games People Play, is your nonfiction book of the week. All right. This week, not many new number ones hit the shelf, right? And I'm not reading a ton of ongoing, which is why I did two for you as opposed to one ongoing series this week. The new stuff this week was pretty thin. There was a book from Boom called 7 Secrets, which I thought was pretty decent. There was a new Archie kind of endless summer, just 4 classic Archie tales that came out this week, which was Archie, par for the course on that. And then there was Big Girls. Yes, you heard it here. Big Girls. This is from, I was Image Comics as well. This is an Image Comics title by Jason Howard. Story and art by Jason Howard. I thought this book has a lot of potential, right? Basically, it's in this futuristic world where the people are born and certain people grow up to be giants, right? The women grow up to be normal giant humans. And I'm talking about like the size of the Jaegers in Pacific Rim, right? Like that big, like skyscraper big. And many of the boys, actually all boys, if they grow up to be giant, turn into monsters, right? And it even says right on the back of the book, there's not a lot of hidden metaphors here. Men are monsters destroying the world. Only girls can stop them. I thought it was interesting. I think the art is really cool. You can do a lot with like just massive, like look at this picture right here. I thought it was pretty cool, right? This giant woman kind of walking through the cityscape here. There's a lot of cool art like that. The problem I have is the title, Big Girls. Like even in the book, the guy who kind of runs these girls that protect this area, this city from the giant evil monster men, he calls them Big Girls. Like Big Girls. I don't know. I kind of have a little like, where's the editor on that, guys? Like, why would you call this? Big Girls is just such a, I don't know. I don't know what I would have called it. I don't know. But Big Girls just seems like these are skyscraper size women that are just owning this town in a good way and helping people and helping humanity. And they're called Big Girls. Don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if I'm going to read an issue 2 of this. Maybe. But the title, it's just like, and a couple of my friends kind of had the same feeling I did, like Big Girls, what's that about? So the premise is pretty dope. The art is really good. Title, kind of on the fence about, but this was one from Image Comics this week. Big Girls #1. Like I said, not a lot of stuff. #1s came out this week, so I found this one to be the most interesting to talk about. So there you go. So there's the recap for you, ladies and gentlemen. For this week, we had Big Girls from Jason Howard from Image Comics was your new one. Your nonfiction book is FirstSecond Books, Tetris, The Games People Play by Box Brown. If you do not know the works of Box Brown and you are interested in bringing more nonfiction into your classroom, you should definitely check out Box Brown. Your classroom book today was Poe 7 Classic Tales adapted by Gareth Hinds, and that is published by Candlewick Press. Also, at the end of every video, as you guys know, in the comments below, in the description below, I put the titles and the publisher and the author. So if you miss it while I'm talking or need a refresher, just look down there and you'll find it. All right. One of them for you was Paper Girls from Brian K. Vaughn, Image Comics, 30-issue series, all done. Trades are now in print, and it's going to be licensed for a TV show. So you might want to get on this to be down with Paper Girls before your friends are when that Paper Girls show comes out, because it's bound to be a banger. And then Hell House by originally by Richard Matheson, adapted for IDW to a comic, and that adaptation was done by Ian Edginton and Simon Fraser. And don't forget, please tell your friends to subscribe to the YouTube channel for me. We've got 100 subscriptions, and I will be putting myself through an amazing hell eating a cauliflower wing tossed in the Last Dab hot sauce. Shout out to First We Feast and Hot Ones. I love that show. Just found it out recently on YouTube. If you don't know about it, celebrities eating hot ones, being interviewed. I would love to have an opportunity to do that at one point when I become a famous teacher. Like there are so many of us out there, famous teachers. Two things before I get out of here, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to give a shout out to my local comic book store, Alternate Reality, on 111th and Kedzie, beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood, Chicago. If you are in the area, stop by Alternate Reality on 111th Street, Chicago. Tell Tim Comics Teacher sent you. Tim has some of the best collection of product in any comic book store you will ever be. I promise you, you will find things in that comic book shop you cannot find anywhere else. Back issues, posters, toys, all of the above. Gaming stuff, you got it. Also, finally, before I get out of here, I would like to wish a very special happy birthday to Kate. Kate, a very special someone, asked me to say happy birthday to you, so I am going to, from the bottom of my heart, to you, happy birthday. Have a wonderful birthday week, and I want to thank you all once again for watching, and have a wonderful week.